Hi, welcome to Roots and Seeds. Where are you now? Too many cards, just one. Where are you now? Okay. We have the Two of Cups. Beautiful card. Okay, the Two of Cups, probably we are talking about a union or simply the coming together of two parties. Could be two people, could be you and yourself. Because when I look at this card, these two characters, they seem very similar to me. So this could be talking about you meeting yourself through your heart space. It's like if you are paying attention to your heart language at the moment. It's as if you are looking at yourself through a different perspective, through a different lens, or giving your heart the permission to speak. Let's say it this way. I don't know if you have been using your mind a lot lately and you're not giving your heart the space it needs. Um, Probably you are using your mind too much and you closed your heart. This can happen for many reasons. Sometimes we close our heart in a concert by going through traumas because of trauma. Yeah. And in order to protect ourselves, to protect our emotions, and to prevent a heartbreak, we just shut down our heart and we operate only with our minds. Let's see what this is. At the bottom, we have the Magician. Yeah, definitely. I start to think that we are talking about someone that is starting to open up their heart. And here in this Magician card, especially in this deck, we see the Magician opening the shirt to us and showing us his heart. And we see here this tattoo. And this tattoo reminds me of the tattoo here in the face of this person here. Yeah. So, and this person is looking at this cup, which represents the heart to me at this moment. So it seems like you are giving your heart a chance, or in other words, you are opening up your heart again. And the Magician says that you are again opening up yourself to manifest from the heart and not from the mind only. The Magician talks about manifestation, right? Um, and I think that's what we are talking about here. Someone is looking at themselves through a different lens and giving their heart a chance to open up again and to manifest from there. Um, let's pull some more cards about this to clarify this subject. What's the reason of all this? What brought you to this point? That's what I want to ask. What brought you to to this point where you are now. Okay, we have the Six of Wands. Beautiful card. The Six of Wands. The Six of Wands in the traditional tarot talks about victory, achieving a goal, and being recognized by our peers or by others in general as a winner, as a hero, someone that achieved the goal. And in the traditional tarot, I always interpret that goal as something very important, not only for the person that achieved it, but also for the community. And that's why we see others celebrating us. That's how I read that card usually. Here with the Six of Wands in particular, I think it's not talking about the community. We see her in a position very similar to the magician from the traditional tarot, the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, I want to say. And so in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, we see the magician with one hand pointing to the above, and another hand pointing to the below, as above, so below. And he's the conduit to manifest the invisible into the visible world, right? And we have the magician on the table. This magician in particular is showing us his heart, manifesting from the heart. And here we have someone that is trying, in fact, to manifest, to be successful in manifesting the above into the below, meaning manifesting the invisible into the tangible world. So there's something very, and that person being the conduit for that, right? So we are really talking about something that I think it's related within one individual, right? With you, um, the ability, the not ability, the urge that you feel or felt to manifest your highest self, right? Your highest self, to start to manifest from a special place and not from your mind only, to manifest with purpose, to manifest something big for you, something big in the sense of deep, not big in the sense of human, the human sense, but something deep, something profound, something that would come from a place beyond your human self, beyond the 3D body, I want to say, beyond the society rules, something that is more divine, let's say it this way. And you felt this urge to manifest something from a divine place into your life. And you being the conduit for that. And the Six of Wands here talks about you wanting to be successful in that, right? Wanting to achieve that with success. And so you are looking now, contemplating your heart and learning how to manifest from the heart, because it's the only way to the heart is an energetic center, let's say it this way, in our bodies that is connected to a highest divine self, I believe. So at the bottom we have the Justice card. So exactly, there's the Justice here, right? With the Six of Wands, it's actually you wanting to fulfill some kind of, I don't like to use this word because there are a lot of people that use it, I think, not in the best way, but to fulfill a contract, something that you feel that is your purpose anyway, whatever that means for you. something very important for you that you think it is the right thing, that it's how it's meant to be, right? It's a law. The Justice card talks about law. Yeah, it's the law, and you see it as something very divine, something that it's meant to be, and you want to bring it into, you want to ground this contract, this law, this purpose, as many people used it, right? You want to ground it, you want to manifest it. And it's divine for you. This card here, this, I think this white shadows here, I think they pretend to be or insects or little fairies. I don't feel so connected to fairies, so my mind brought me, and when I looked at this card, I I thought that they were feathers, not fairies, but feathers. And here in the Justice card, we see the feather. And so feathers for me are, they have a personal, very important personal meaning for me. And I connect them with divine, with the divine. So I think whatever you want, that's why I said whatever you want to manifest in this world here in your 3D reality is very divine for you. It's very, yeah, divine. I have no other words for that. It's very divine. It's something that feels right, and it's something that will bring balance into your life. It's a law for you, right? It's a law. It's divine. It's a contract. I don't know. I have several words because several people may be listening to this video, and these words will have different meanings for different people. Okay. Um, I didn't ask any question. I will put them back into the deck. So I'm thinking about a piece of advice. A piece of advice. How can you achieve this? A piece of advice, please. The advice, please. One card. Hmm. Am I asking the wrong question? Okay. What needs to be said? To be said about this? What else can we add? Well, okay. 3 cards. Okay. So we have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Hermit. And we have the Life Renewed, which is the Judgment. So it seems like there is here a duality. You feel that you feel kind of divided here with the Two of Pentacles. Probably there's a lot going on in your life right now, and you have to somehow um, keep the balls rolling in the air, right? And you have to keep things rolling, and probably you feel like you cannot just drop everything, and meaning it seems like you're trying to find a balance here between the mind and the heart. You're still trying to figure out how to bring those two together, how to operate with both. Exactly. We have here at the bottom the Queen of Swords. So I think you're still unsure about how to do this. And the cards are advising you to, with a hermit here, there is always, it would be beneficial for you to retreat and to search within for some answers. If you don't feel, if you don't know what to do next, if you're not sure about it, and with the Two of Pentacles, I see that there's here, you are kind of unsure about how to do this, or you're going through a tumultuous time, right? In your life, or a lot of things are happening probably at the same time, and you have to keep the things rolling. And so you're being called to retreat and recharge and search for answers within. Because here with the life renewed, it seems like with it, and it represents the judgment, and we see here a little seed already sprouting, germinating, I mean. So this tells me that your answers are within you. But for that you need to retreat. You need to move away from the crowd, from the confusion, from the noise, social media, and search within through just be in silence, for example, or meditate. I don't know, whatever works for you. Going out in nature, go for a walk, spend some time with yourself, and search for those answers within you. Because here with a judgment card, there is something waiting for you. Something you are going through a period of transformation. Definitely here. You're going through a period of transformation, and something is waiting to see the light. Something within you is waiting to come to light. But with a hermit, before you jump into this new life, into this new self, right, into this new self that we see here, you're being called to sit with you, with yourself, right, to sit with yourself and to go within to find that new you, that new self, or it's an old self that it's forgotten, right? Probably it's just an old self. It's an old way of feeling and living that you probably forgot, or that you just changed to protect yourself. And you're being called here to go within and search for it. It's there, the seed is there. Probably you start to protect yourself a long time ago here with this child. Probably there is here, you have to go within to remember, to meet your inner child, to meet your your child self, probably, to remember how you used to feel, when you were a child, how you used to see the world and to feel the world and to think the world when you were a child, and probably recover that. Because children, if everything runs naturally, children operate from the heart a lot. And then when we grow up, we learn that probably it's safer to protect our heart, to close it, and to operate from the mind, so that we don't end up with a broken heart, right? But if we do that, which we all do, or we all did at a certain point, we have to pay a very high price. And in my opinion, it will not work out. It doesn't pay off in the end. We should operate from the heart in conjunction with the mind, of course. Here with the Queen of Swords, it's under the Hermit and exactly the same color palette. You will find a way to combine your mind. The Queen of Swords, she is hyper knowledgeable, wise. She learned through experience. And as I always say, she represents for me a person that learned through experience and mostly through pain. And that kind of experience, it sticks forever. And the lessons stick forever. And that's why I like this queen so much. She holds the knowledge because she lived it, she experienced it, right? She suffered it. So she gained it in the end. She had to pay a high price, yeah, but she achieved the knowledge, and she is she does not apologize for what she says, not because she's arrogant, just simply because she knows what she's talking about. And sometimes the truth hurts, but it's better to live with it than to live with a lie, right? And because, back to what I was saying, she's under here the Hermit and with the same color palette. So if you have the courage to sit with yourself, it needs courage, to face yourself, to face who you are, who you were, and who you want to be. To sit with yourself, you will find this wisdom. You will find the truth that you're searching for. And your life will change after that forever. So let's pull here an oracle. I think I will choose this one. So okay, let's add some more information to this. What can be said about what can be said about this? What else can we add, please? Yeah, the cards are not coming out. It seems like there's really a sense that your heart is closed. You don't want to show too much at this point of your life. You're afraid to show too much. You're afraid to show. And this is typical from a person that had or has a broken heart. So the cards are not coming out, as you saw. The cards are it's difficult to pull a card in this reading Okay, let's see what we got. Can't believe this. Geheimnisse, secrets. Wow. Okay, let me check. I want to be sure. This is a German deck. Sometimes I exactly. Geheimnisse, secrets, magic, mystery, hidden thoughts. I'm reading the message here in the guide. A girl on a stool is tall enough to reach the moon. She holds a ring of keys in her hands. One of them will fit in the keyhole on the moon's surface. This card tells us about personal secrets, hidden thoughts, and ideas one keeps in their mind. Nobody is able to look inside your head unless you invite them to. You have the power to decide how much of your thoughts you want to share with others. A little mystery helps keep the magic alive. So I was talking about the fact that the cards were not coming out because you had your heart closed and you were protecting your emotions. And then we got here the Geheimnis cards, which talks about secrets. So in the guide focus is focused a lot in the mind, keeping your thoughts secret to yourself, which is something that we can see here too. But as you can see, this can be applied as well to the heart, as I was sensing. And so, especially because is the moon talks about our intuition, talks about a private side, the dark face, the dark side of the moon, something that is very private, something that is even sometimes occult to us. We are not everyone is open to dive deep into their dark side, and we all have one. Or into hidden emotions. Dark side, I mean hidden emotions, hidden truths, things that probably we don't like about us, or things that hurt us, and we just put them there to be forgotten. When I say the dark side, I'm talking about that. And of course, also things that we don't like about us and we want to hide from others and from ourselves as well. So, but you see, you hold the keys. You hold the keys to your intuition, you hold the keys to your deepest emotions, you hold the keys to your deepest side within your subconscious. You hold the keys. So it's up to you to decide what you want to do with this. Are you going down the rabbit hole here with the hermit and dive deep within and discover the truths within yourself, the truths that lie in your heart, inside your heart? Are you willing to do that? At the bottom, we have Lebensreise. Lebensreise talks about the journey of life, something like that. The journey of life. And so that's it. I mean, this is all part of this journey where we are, the journey of our lives. Each one of us, and we have here two balloons, we have here one, right? The big one here, and then we have another one there. And everyone is traveling in their own balloon, right? With their own universe, carrying their own stories, their own joy, and also their own problems and pains, and you know what I mean. So this is part of life. And we see here in this card that our life has um, our life has a part of our life belongs to the divine. here with the stars, the unknown. And a part of our life is anchored. Here we have an anchor. It's anchored into the 3D. That's how it is here in this life, right? But we are always connected with the divine if we give ourselves the allowance to open our arms to it and receive it, right? And so, yeah, you are being invited to open up your heart to that you closed so well. Your heart is closed. And this is all about that. This reading is all about opening a heart that has been closed for a long time, probably, and you have the keys to open that heart, and that will change your life. A new self will emerge, and it's a new self in a more evolved state. Let's say it this way. It's in a more evolved state. So I will let you with this. I wish you all the best. Thank you for listening and sharing this reading with me. And we see us next time. Bye.